I'm Joyce Faulknor, and I'm going to show you how to varnish your paintings. There's been a lot of questions on how to. I do have a handout showing you the materials that I use to varnish. And anyway, so I'm going to show you how I spray first, and then I paint on another product later. So first I'm going to spray my painting with, it's called Archival Varnish. It's by Golden's, and it's meant for water-based medium. Okay, so shake it well, yes, yes, yes. And now, the reason why I have to spray first is because it's a water-based medium. If I had taken the product to paint on, it would move the pigment. Okay, so now you're going to take the varnish. You're going to go outside, cover up. You're going to get some goggles on, cover your mouth, take it outside, and spray. Now pretend like I'm spraying. Okay, so you just go ahead and you give yourself even coats. 1, 2, 3, and then press again. 1, 2, 3, back and forth, and then of course you want to paint on the sides, because when you stretch your watercolor paper, as I do, you have the ability to make it a gallery wrap type painting. Okay, and then you're going to spray each side, and I don't know if you can see this, I just lifted it up. I set mine on tall cups so I can actually, get to the sides, and you don't want to have it flat on a table or on the surface, because it's going to stick, right? Okay, so once you've sprayed everything, you're going to let it dry. Let it dry, dry, dry. Oh, I don't know. I like to let it dry maybe 3 to 4 hours. It depends on your temperature of where you're at. And of course, we're in those cold days right now, so it's going to take a little bit longer. Okay, so now my surface is dry, dry, dry. And I like to take a tack cloth, and I'll take the tack cloth and I'll wipe it, wipe it, wipe it. And what that does is it actually breaks down the crystals that are formed on the top surface from the spray. Okay, so once you wipe it down, and it takes out off any of the particles that may have landed on it. Don't try and pick those particles up while your varnish is wet, okay? Because it usually dries on the surface, and you can get it up with that pass with your tack cloth. Okay, now I'm going to be using this product right here. It's called Polymer Varnish, and it's just the same as in a spray, but it's in a bottle, and you can actually paint it on. Okay, some people like to dilute it with a little bit of water. It's 1 to 10 ratio, and pour it into a cup or a little container, and then you paint it on like so. So anyway, I'm going to get my scarf out of the way because we don't want to get any varnish on it. Okay, so now I don't do that. No, no. I've decided, and I've learned that my varnish is just fine directly out of the bottle, and I pour it on, and I go directly down the middle, and I take a sponge brush. You do not want to use any type of bristle brush, sable brush, synthetic brush, because it does leave lines. Then I take my sponge brush, and I move it, move it, move it, and I move it back and forth, up and down, up and down. Okay? And I'm going to move over here because there is a hair on my brush, and I just pulled it off. Okay, so here it comes. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, why do I not dilute it? I just found that diluting it means it's that many more coats. It's not that I want it to go on really thick, but it just takes less coats this way. Okay, and there you have it. So I'm moving my brush, my little sponge brush, back and forth, and evenly, and you don't want to overwork this. You just want to lightly give it a movement back and forth on the surface, and don't forget the sides. And you're going to come along and you're going to paint your sides, your sides, your sides. Okay. Now, what's going to happen with watercolor is just this. It will not dry at an even rate, which means the pigment, certain pigments will take the varnish at different rates. Don't be alarmed. Let it dry and then give it another coat. And when you get to a certain level of that desired level, and you'll see it, and you'll say, very good, I am done. All my pigments have accepted the varnish at the same rate. I like the way it looks. It looks like it has a nice little piece of glass over it. And guess what, watercolorists? No matting, no glass. Bonus, you can just hang it as is, and or you can put a nice little floaty frame around it, and there you have it.